Harnessing Thor's hammer. How forensic science is unlocking the mysteries of fatal lightning strikes. What happens to the body? This is by Wits University. New research by scientists from South Africa and the UK. This is an article out today. A researcher from UK, South Africa, could help forensic teams understand whether people or animals were the victims of fatal lightning strikes based solely upon an analysis of their skeletons. Their study is published in the journal Forensic Science International, Synergy, and titled Harnessing Thor's Hammer, Experimentally Induced Lightning Trauma to Human Bone by High Impulse Current. Climate change is increasing, and there is evidence to suggest the incidence of severity of thunderstorms and lightning strikes could increase. Sadly, fatal strikes are common on wild animals, livestock, and even people, with African countries having some of the highest fatality rates in the world. In South Africa, more than 250 people are killed annually by lightning, whereas 24,000 people worldwide die each year from lightning. When a lightning death is suspected, the forensic pathologist determines cause of death by looking for signs of lightning trauma to skin and organs of the deceased. However, when the body is skeletonized, soft tissue are absent, and cause of death by lightning cannot be attributed. This new research provides a tool to investigate cause of death when skeletonized remains are recovered as part of accident or death investigation. According to Dr. Nicholas Backe, lecturer in the School of Anatomical Sciences at Wits University, the lead author of the paper, he says identifying a fatality caused by lightning strike is usually done through marks left on the skin or damage to the internal organs, and these tissues don't survive when bodies decompose. Our work is the first research that identifies unique markers of lightning damage deep within the human skeleton and allows us to recognize lightning when only dry bone survives. This may allow us to recognize accidental death versus homicide in cases where cause is not apparent, whilst at the same time allowing us to build a more complete picture of the true incident of lightning fatalities. The research was undertaken as collaboration between specialists in forensic anthropology, anatomy, lightning physics, and microcomputing tomography, micro-CT, from the University of Witwatersrand, or Wits University for short, in South Africa, Northumbria University in the UK, and the Nuclear Energy Corporation of South Africa, NECSA. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. The researchers generated artificial lightning in the laboratory, which was then applied directly to human bone, extracted from donated cadavers who had died of natural causes. Dr. Hugh Hunt from the Johannesburg Lightning Research Laboratory, JLRL, at Wits University explains, "We used equipment to generate high impulse currents in the lab, up to 10,000 amps, which mimicked the effect of lightning passing through the skeleton. Natural lightning can often have significantly higher peak currents, but this allowed us to have much greater control over the experiment than trying to somehow place human tissue in the path of a natural lightning strike," says Hunt. He's a senior lecturer at head of the JLRL in the School of Electronics and Information Engineering. What the experiment showed was a pattern of damage to bone that was uniquely caused by short-duration lightning current. Senior author Dr. Patrick Randolph-Quinney, Associate Professor, Forensic Science Research Group, Northumbria University, and the Center for the Exploration of the Deep Human Journey at Wits University, explains, "Using high-powered microscopy, we were able to see that there is a pattern of microfracturing within the bone caused by the passage of lightning current. So the bone had microfracturing. This takes the form of cracks, which radiate out from the center of bone cells, or which jump irregularly between clusters of cells. The overall pattern of damage looks very different when compared to other high-energy traumas, such as that caused by burning fire. Even though this experiment was conducted under controlled conditions in the lab, we see the same trauma in animals killed by natural lightning. We were able to compare the human results with bone from a poor giraffe killed by lightning, and the pattern of trauma is identical, even though the microstructure of human bone is different from animal bone. This is a smoking gun that we were looking for in the forensic lightning pathology, he said. Real-world problem? Notably, the research brought together different disciplines with a common focus on trying to understand the effects of lightning on the body, with the long-term aim of making the environment safer for those at risk of being killed by lightning. Associate Professor Ken Nixon from the School of Electrical and Information Engineering at Wits University, member of the Board of Directors of the African Center for Lightning and Electromagnetic Network, says this is a multidisciplinary project which highlights how forensic scientists can work with physicists and engineers to explore a real-world problem which is implicated in the deaths of many people annually, and especially in countries such as South Africa, Zambia, and Uganda. At a time when global climate change is driving increases in the number and severity of thunderstorms and lightning strikes, we need more research like this, bringing together different fields with real experience of dealing with lightning. Ultimately, our aim at WITS is to make our built environment and countryside safer for those exposed to the lethal effects of lightning energy in South Africa, and to provide life-saving knowledge for those around the globe who are increasingly put in harm's way of this natural phenomenon, he says. This research would not have been possible without state-of-the-art imaging technologies based in the School of Anatomical Science, in the Faculty of Health Sciences at WITS, and the micro-CT facility at the Nuclear Energy Corporation of South Africa at Pelindaba. Researchers in South Africa are absolutely at the forefront of bringing together cutting-edge imaging methods to discover new and groundbreaking knowledge about the skeleton of modern and ancient humans. This is what Dr. Tanya Augustine notes. She's an anatomist based at Wits Medical School, who co-led the research and is corresponding paper on the author on the paper. Over the last few years, teams at Wits and Nexa have unlocked the secrets of cancer in the hominin fossil record, provided evidence for cause of death in Australopithecines, and now these techniques are allowing us to unlock the mysteries of fatal lightning strikes as well, she said. This is from Wits University on phys.org. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. So here they found that the bone is microfractured. It's fractured in very, very small cracks from the lightning strikes. Amazing, isn't it?